곤약 콜라다 알코올 세배 너의 피부색처럼 drip 지금 내
What's up, wise guys? Welcome back to another video. You are now tuned in to Wising Up TV. I am your host, the one and only Wising Up, aka you got PKHA, the Giant Slayer. Chilling here on this lovely morning, night, afternoon, whatever it may be for you. About to do a quick XRP update. There's a lot of interesting things going on, a lot of news to be covered. And if that sounds interesting to you, if you're a part of the XRP army, if you're new to the XRP army, please smash the like, hit the subscribe, and why not ring that notification bell, because you do not want to miss out when I drop juicy videos like this. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Well, guys, first off, I like to always recap the market, take a look at CoinMarketCap and see where things are. Not only if you haven't been paying attention, I can just give you a little update on that, but as well as you can recap my last video and see where the market has gone and what you missed out on because you didn't take advantage of getting involved. But if you are involved, then you can see, damn, that's how much I gained. And it's pretty interesting. The last time I made a video, guys, XRP was at 60 cents on my last XRP update. Bitcoin is at 60,000. So Bitcoin has just about doubled and XRP has gone over a 3x in about a year's time. So I think it was under a year, I'm not too sure. You can check out my last video. I'm gonna put a link to my last video in the description below if you didn't check it out, so you can check it out. But I'm also going to put a link to what XRP is. Some of you guys do not know what XRP is. I will let you know exactly what XRP is. I'll put a link in the description below to another video that lets you know the Ripple and Swift connection. So those two videos are super important. It will let you know exactly what XRP is if you are not familiar with the XRP community. Moving on along, guys, I just want to jump a little bit more into the chart, a little deeper before we get into the meat and potatoes of the news. One day we're up about 3%, 7 day we're down 4%. On the month we're down. That's fine, because if you look at the year, XRP is up 400%. And in my unprofessional opinion, I still think it has a lot more room to grow before the end of the year. We're talking maybe a 10x. So guys, this might be the time to jump in. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, so please do not buy or sell anything that I say without doing your own research. Please do your own research. Without doing your own research, you are investing blindly. I am just a individual talking in the interwebs behind a microphone. So do your own research. With that being said, guys, we're gonna jump into the news. The first thing I want to talk about with the news is the XRP lawsuit. Okay, I know on the last video I said the XRP lawsuit was over. It was over. What happened is they filed an appeal. With filing an appeal, Ripple filed a counter appeal, and they were back in court. Okay, just not too long ago they went ahead and settled it. This is an overview on Google AI. The XRP lawsuit between Ripple and the US Security Exchange Commission has been settled as of August 2025, with both parties agreeing to drop their appeals. This settle involves Ripple paying 125 million fine to resolve the SEC's allegations. So I talked about that in my last video, how they were gonna have to pay the fine. The fine is now in effect. The most interesting thing to take away though from this was that the court ruled that XRP was both a security and a non-security, which was strange. So they had to get a little piece of the pie. They couldn't let them win the whole entire thing. So if you look here, XRP as a security, a key outcome of the lawsuit is the clarification that XRP is not a security in its public sale, but is considered a security when sold directly to institutional investors. Strange, but it is what it is. So when we bought it, guys, it wasn't when they sold it to the banks and the big people. It was, I don't know what that means. We might find out later on. But overall, lawsuit over, XRP's ready to fly. And this is why I'm telling you guys got to get in. This is not financial advice, but you got to get in because it's gonna go crazy now that it already went crazy without it being officially over. Now that it's been officially over and everything is dropped, guys, XRP is set for greatness. Next to the news, guys, what I want to talk about real quick is the XRP ETFs. This is what's going to set off a huge catalyst for this thing to skyrocket, is the XRP ETFs. XRP ETF expected to outperform Ethereum launch, says Canary Capital CEO. Now, this guy is in the game. He has experience with these things, and he's saying that it's going to outperform Ethereum, which is huge. CEO Steve McClurg expects XRP products to outperform Ethereum ETF debuts significantly. Okay, now he's saying within the first 30 days, projected to do 5 billion institutional inflows. Guys, 5 billion in institutional inflows in the first 30 days is what this guy is expecting XRP to do. And if that happens, I mean, it's going to be crazy. And this is in regard to something else, but on the same subject. Legendary investor Tommy Lee said that we are probably currently entering a 10-year bull run. And I don't have that clip. I wish I had that clip up to pop up, but he just recently said that we're about to enter a 10-year bull run. And with that being said, if you hold any significant amount of XRP within the next 10 years, you are probably guaranteed to be a millionaire, because Ripple has cemented themselves within the financial system. And if you don't know, you should know. Look at my videos that I have down below. Next up, guys, what I want to talk about is the pending ETFs. We're still talking about the ETFs here, guys. There are 90 crypto ETFs pending right now, led by XRP and Solana. That is crazy amount of ETFs that are set to, a lot of them set to be approved before the end of the year. This is what's going to set off this crypto bull run, or this altcoin bull run that everyone is talking about. Now, don't let anyone fool you. We are already in the middle of an altcoin bull run, but it's about to blow the top off pretty soon. And I think it might run a little bit longer than what people are expecting. This guy made a huge list on X. I have no idea who he is. James Seyfarth. He basically made a list of all the ETFs that are going to be approved or have already been approved. There's about 13 XRP ETFs and 8 of them still yet to be approved. And I think the deadline for them to be approved is going to be the end of this year. He has the deadlines listed here as well. You have to zoom in to see it, but it's here. You guys can check that out. It's pretty crazy how much is built up right now, how much pent up expectations is behind XRP right now, because this thing is really going to be doing something. It's not just speculation when XRP is actually moving value across borders and people are using it for cross-border payments and remittances. It's going to be big, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Next up in the news, we're going to talk about Ripple IPOing as a company in the stock market. This is back up for talks. Ripple pre-IPO evaluation hits 20 billion, doubling from last round. So guys, it's actually in pre-IPO stage, which means it's probably going to IPO pretty soon. They don't pre-IPO things and then not IPO it, especially when they have financial products as hot as what Ripple has. Now, with that being said, that means that this guy is going to IPO pretty soon. And that is also another catalyst for the XRP token to go ahead and shoot up, because people know that is where the real utility is, and people who have been watching this thing for years, which we have, we know that the true value is going to be coming to the XRP ledger. Now you can make money, I'm sure, buying this IPO, but the money is going to be in the token if you already have it. Huge news with this, guys. And one thing that I wanted you to take away from this is, despite rumors of the IPO not being scheduled, it was said on Paul Barron that it's actually being traded OTC, over the counter. So that is huge. With it being OTC, or it being already OTC, okay, not only is it in pre-IPO, but it's being traded OTC. Huge, incredibly huge. That is nothing to take lightly. And last but not least, and what I think one of the biggest things, and what we were talking about for a long time now, is Ripple becoming a bank. And Ripple has officially applied for a US charter to become a bank. Guys, this is bigger than life. Everything that we have been talking about for years now is actually coming into fruition, and the only thing we are missing out on is the price action being, well, we've had price action, but the price being as astronomical as we've been talking about for the past couple years. Everything else has fallen into place. The SEC chair has left. Gary Gensler is out. So we have, Jay Clown is out. Jay Clayton, he's out. So both of those guys out. We got a new guy who's crypto friendly. We have Powell, who's been messing around with the interest rates and doing crazy stuff lately, but he's about to drop the rates because he has too much pressure on him. He might even step down. He could get a new Fed chair pretty soon. Who knows? Guys, things are looking very, very interesting right now for cryptocurrency, and Ripple in particular, XRP token. You might want to get involved. Now, crypto company Ripple has applied to US regulators for a national bank charter, as the distinction between digital asset firms and traditional financial institutions become increasingly blurred. So guys, people don't know what's going on. Is it fintech? Is it traditional banking? You want to jump on fintech, but traditional banking is going to be left behind because they're not keeping up with the signs of the times. And they are, and I think that's why everything is taking a little bit longer to roll out, because banks don't want to get left behind. So they're trying to allow legislation and regulations catch up before actual banks, traditional banks, start custodying crypto and doing things of this nature. But with that being said, guys, I just want to make this video super short and sweet. Okay, I'm gonna jump back to the XRP chart really quickly to show you guys the potential that we still have in this coin right now, because the all-time high was touched, but then it retraced. So it's gonna have to go back up to the all-time high. It went past the all-time high, retraced, and it was holding $3 pretty strong. So it's gonna go past the all-time high once again, go into no man's land, guys, and then we should see XRP in a place where we have never seen it in price discovery pretty soon before the end of the year. And like I said, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, so please do not buy or sell anything that I talk about in any of my videos without doing your own research. And with that being said, guys, please have yourself a good morning, night, afternoon, whatever it may be for you. And I will see you on the next video. Peace.
You can get rid of the scams of exchanges by decentralizing, and you can certainly get rid of the threat of government interference by decentralizing. Decentralized exchanges are coming, and when that happens, the crypto community will be totally free. You cannot regulate it, you can't make laws against it, you can't tell us what to do or what not to do.